since it has been so long since we've all been together, we'll do a slightly longer summary. So after you guys had finished exploring the Emperor of the Waves and recovered Jalan Primewater's crate with special delivery, your ship started sailing south along the edge of Taden Bay in the Isosceles Sea, and it encountered a fairly small storm, but due to the lowered morale and maybe perhaps the inexperience of you guys in a storm, the Sea Ghost took some pretty minor damage and was blown off course for a little while. And as you guys left the storm, you encountered this raft that was heading towards a whirlpool that you learned was actually Brightwing on his raft. And as you guys went closer to this whirlpool, you discovered it was a water elemental who gave you guys a bit of a challenge for a little bit before you managed to defeat it and save Brightwing. You guys then headed on towards the island where what's his name? His name is Major. Major Ursa was waiting, and he discussed the Abbey Island with you and told you that the Abbey seemed to have been attacked by pirates who had found a way through the Skull Dunes, the southern beach that had a horde of undead guarding the way towards the Abbey, ransacked the Abbey, and have left, and they haven't been seen for a few weeks yet. So armed with that knowledge, you guys sailed on to the Abbey Island, set foot on the Skull Dunes, and with some amazing what's the right word? leading skills, tracking skills with Brynn, you guys managed to find the pirate's path pretty easily and quickly made your way through the Skull Dunes. When you approached the rubble of the Abbey, one of you spotted in the distance a small group of people. There was one huge, bulky guy with a spear, and another one in blue robes, and another one who seemed more kind of martial in leather armor. And they quickly made an ambush for you guys, which you guys kind of you saw the ambush and managed to kind of get the drop on them. And we ended the last session just after the fight, where you guys were standing in the ruins of the Abbey and discovered a stairway down into the old cellar.
Into ye old cellar?
Into ye old cellar.
Cellar.
So where you guys are, you're standing in the rubble of the cellar entrance here, and all that remains of the Abbey is a great square of stones filled with burned and blackened rubble. As you approach the sooty stones, it is obvious someone has been sorting through the debris. Assorted oddments are piled inside the scorched square of the foundation stones. Ruined cooking utensils, crushed pots and pans, mangled kettles, and less identifiable metal objects lie in one pile. Broken crockery, platters, plates, porcelain, and pottery are heaped in another. A great deal of wood has been sorted into one large mound of badly burned scraps. In the center of the ruins is an opening, and as you move near, you see a stone staircase leading down into darkness. So what do you guys do from here?
Oh, we should read these runes.
The ruins.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we'll be able to learn too much about that.
Have we taken any semblance of a rest?
I believe you guys did do a short rest before you went after the Skull Dunes and before you guys got too close to the Abbey.
Yeah, but we're not like resting now.
No. You guys haven't had the chance to do a long rest.
Because I am like my friends. I'm bleeding profusely.
Is it? I don't think it's safe to rest here.
Certainly not. Perhaps we can just take a quick break and let me roll some hit dice.
Do we want to make for the cover of the stairs? Down below first? He says,
Perhaps
maybe
you-
there's spiders down there.
God damn.
Do you guys maybe have some potions or anything other that you could use?
I've got a healing potion I'll use. 2d4 plus 2. 2d4 plus 2. Oh, double fours. Getting that big 10 points. And I'm also going to cast Cure Wounds on myself. Probably just a level 1. Oh, yeah!
Is that another? Nice. Oh man, you got
Wow.
an 8.
3
Yeah.
crits in a row.
All right, I quit. Sorry, guys. Night. There, I'm at least bandaged up a little. And I'll get rid of this potion in my thing. Bam. No more potion.
All right. Are we feeling well enough to continue?
We may now continue.
All right. Should we make our way to the staircase?
Indeed.
After you, Brightwing, milady.
Oh no! It looks too scary.
Wait, Brightwing is the girl?
No.
I think she is.
So this passageway is about. Here, I'll just do this. Okay. So you guys should find yourself kind of in the middle there.
Oh, Darren's arrived.
Oh, do I got the wrong guy
Clearly, we're
there?
all saved.
Aha!
We're all having a group hallucination?
Kelnozz, did you drag the corpse of Theron here?
I did.
Sad moments. All right, so put yourself, guys, in a marching order here.
Which way is down the stairs? Down?
Down, yeah. Now I have to apologize. The map here that we're using, the squares are 10 by 10. So we'll have to just live with that. I tried to make it easier to work, but it didn't work. It was too much work. So.
Well, I mean, you can just measure in terms of like rough
Well,
girdle size, can't you?
well, no, it's easier to think than that. It's just basically like there can be 4 medium creatures in a 10-foot square area, and large creatures take 10-foot squares anyway. So I don't think it will be a huge deal.
Sounds like we're going to be facing some large creatures.
Maybe. Okay, so are you guys in your marching order here?
Which is the bottom of the stairs? Which is the top of the stairs?
Down. And before you guys, the stairways lead to a charred wooden door.
Bims is still alive, right?
Yeah, the X just meant that he's unsummoned.
Oh, okay.
He can be summoned now if you want.
I'll summon him. To my side, Bims.
Okay, charred wooden door.
Is there any like keyhole or anything to look through, or cracks in the door?
The door, there are cracks. It's a charred wooden door. It's like it suffered a lot of kind of perfunctory fire damage. You can't see through the door though.
I look through the door.
You see its inside secrets.
What a great door. I will quietly try to open said door so as to avoid any loud creaking or draw any undue attention to ourselves.
The door doesn't seem to be locked, but it seems stuck. When you move it, it doesn't budge.
So what you're saying is I don't move it then?
When you go to move it.
We gotta start picking apart grammar every second.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
My luck is drawn.
You die instantly.
You die temporarily. Alright.
Don't touch the door! It's poison.
I use Bims
What-
to turn to open the door.
I really should have quit while I rolled 3 maximum numbers.
Okay, Ryan, the Constitution saving throw was a joke. What would you like to do with this door that did not budge at your light touch?
Can I try pulling on it with more might?
Give me a strength check, please. It does not budge despite your greatest attempts.
Can I tell from pulling on it whether the door is locked or is it simply just not moving at all?
It's not moving at all. The rudimentary doorknob that you're holding on there doesn't seem to be like a locking mechanism on this, but it's just stuck. Perhaps from the fire damage.
Perhaps someone can give me a hand and pull with me. Brightwing, your girly muscles look super frail, but perhaps you can give it a yank with me.
Okay, I'll help you. Do we do it in like both roll or
You can either roll
advantage
one
roll?
strength dice, or one of you can roll with advantage.
Well, my strength check
Your
is pretty
choice.
bad, so I'll give Ryan a advantage. I think.
Take the advantage.
Yeah, go for it.
There we go.
With Brightwing helping you, you manage to jank it free, and it opens, revealing a large chamber inside.
3 dragons who are hostile. I can't see any, like...
I'm going to explain things to you just in a second. Just have to get everything.
I probably should have done my meditation detect humanoids thing.
This combination dining hall and gambling den reeks of greasy, soured food. The main feature of the room is a makeshift table made of burned planks, supported at either end by upended barrels. Beneath the table are several small kegs that serve as chairs. Scraps of food are strewn across the table and on the floor nearby.
There's no, like, is there evidence that something is, like, currently living here or was here recently? Or is it, like, old,
The food.
musty?
We'll make an investigation check.
Okay.
Or a perception check if you'd like.
I will do perception. Bam.
Ooh. You can smell that the food you can smell the food, and so you know it's fairly newish, and that someone has been eating at this table almost immediately.
My friends, it's fairly fresh in here. Perhaps we can take a moment and I can detect humanoids in the area. And I detect humanoids.
Are you guys still standing on the stairs? I assume you've come in, Brynn, to take a look in the room.
Yeah, to perceive, I probably at least entered the room.
What's everyone else doing?
I'm just chilling. A little bit of illin.
The door locked behind Brynn. Steel shut.
Oh,
Oh well.
The beginning of the end. Maybe if all the elves in our party die, we don't have to do this elf quest.
I second that. Cosign.
Well, I mean, seppuku is always an option.
Brynn, as you wander into this den alone and take a moment to start concentrating, you hear a voice behind you. And a man in blue robe says, "Hey, who are you? Where's Augment?"
I shout, Theron, is that you? I turn the corner and am immediately disappointed that it's not Theron.
Ugman sent us. We were told to bring more firewood.
Make a deception check with advantage. With disadvantage, I'm sorry.
Disadvantage?
Disadvantage. He says, "What kind of fool do you take me for?" And as he says that, doors start opening. Another man in a blue robe comes out.
Theron.
There?
Just so you know, Kevin Kelnozz has just been broken the last few.
Has he been really sad?
Oh my god, he
Yeah.
spent an entire time in bed with Theron after with Theron's corpse.
Rotting corpse.
That was a whole session.
Warm.
Just and then the next one, I'm pretty sure the last session you were around but just didn't participate in the fight. He was too
I'm
upset.
warning him.
Yeah.
Odium, or the man starts walking forward, and you notice that three other people have come out of closed doors, and the man says, "Oh, you're back to finish what you started, eh? Well, you won't find us to be easy targets."
Odium! Halt! It's Odium, right? Perhaps we got off on the wrong foot.
Well, Ryan, how do you see that name?
I don't. I guessed it.
Well,
Mad perception skills. I saw a note on the table that said Odium. It's Captain Blackwater. Get the firewood.
this seems like a pretty random guess.
You
Mad
said
perception.
and then went, "Meh."
I said ode, but
Oh, well.
right. Well, that's still metagaming, so will not be allowed. So what are you guys doing? These guys don't look pretty happy to see you.
Ryan, talk your way out of this for us.
I'll talk my way out of this. Boy, your dinner sure smells delicious. Mind if we sit down and have a bite?
Yes, I'm ravenous. Shouldn't we sit down to eat?
What is your name? This is my friend Ravenous.
You better start
I-
doing some explaining really quick. Ozzy, we have guests.
Put the kettle on.
Yes, we come in peace. We're just here to inspect the Abbey.
These
Ensure
two
things
men
are
in
good order.
these two men in split armor approach you guys. As damn it, this guy gets close. He says, "We don't care what the name of pirates are. You have about 5 seconds to leave this place before we tear you limb from limb."
Couldn't we sit and chat and be civilized?
We're not pirates. We're on a mission of good.
God, Jesus.
It's been 2 episodes of this.
You madman. You're so brave.
Scott,
Man.
make a strength check.
A strength check. All right. There you go.
Ruh-roh.
Ooh. The one of the men in split armor puts his hand on your chest and shoves you backwards and says, "Don't take another step in here."
Now, there's no need to be so rough. We simply brought the firewood.
You know what else is rough?
Go on.
That was a question. Do you know what else is rough?
I fire a fireball.
Might as well.
Where do you censor it?
Right there.
Okay.
And I don't hit my friends, obviously.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Ooh, that is a very bad roll.
Can you choose to not hit us? How does that work?
I have spell shaping, so I can
my
actually
God.
shape the spell. So
You
what
made
you missed-
Fireball even more overpowered?
what you missed, Kevin, was we were all running around in a last episode, and we were like surrounded by skeletons, and I would just fireball right on top of us, like
Oh,
centered on myself, and just shape the fireball around all of us and like murder the skeletons.
it's so dirty.
Yeah, it was super
Yes,
dirty and super
super.
awesome.
Alright, we'll do the guys in split mail first. So they both take full damage. 16 damage.
No one pushes one so fair.
This is for the man in the blue robe. Ooh. And
Yeah, it was a really poor roll. That damage could have been much higher.
this guy dies from the fireball as it explodes
Oh,
outwards.
man.
All right, roll
That
initiative.
succeeded. Yikers. Well, that escalated quickly.
Well, I figured give Ryan a shot to talk our way out of it. There's a first. There's a first for everything. I don't think we've ever talked our way out of a situation.
Explain who you are. No. Fireball. Oh, Kevin, you also missed. The ship came across a pod of orcas, and
Yeah.
Ryan, sorry, it wasn't Ryan, but it was Brightwing that spoke to them, and they basically said, "We can help you. You just have to give us some food." And the party was like, "No, we have food. We're not gonna give it to you. No."
Yeah, that actually happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
The orcas were like, okay, bye.
They're like, "All right, fine." And as usual, it's like, "We just help us anyway."
Well, we were in the middle of a ship. The ship was getting pretty. I don't know what's the word. The morale
Battered.
was not doing very well, so giving up food probably would have dropped our morale more.
All right, I'm almost ready. Whew.
Oh my god.
All right, so everyone's rolled initiative. Let me just double check I have the order right. Oh, 24.
Mm-hmm.
All right, never mind. You go first then.
It's either like it's feast or famine here. I'm either rolling 1s or 20s. There's no numbers in between. 2 to 19 don't exist. So I get to go first, eh? I'm going to go ahead and do something. Are any of these guys giants?
Nope. They are humanoids, though.
Dang.
All three of them appear to be human.
Should have done my good old detection before opening the door. I am going to use my bow staff as a staff. I guess I probably had it as a bow. So I'll use my bonus action to switch it to a staff. And I'm going to whack the guy standing right next to me here. 20.
20 hits.
And it's two-handed, which of course, as per usual, I roll a lower number on. So he gets a whopping 4 damage.
Your staff butts him in the stomach, barely denting his splint armor, but getting a small grunt out of him.
And then whacking him again. With another 20. And 8 damage this time.
Your staff spins around after the first hit and catches him a bit more solidly. All right. Oh, you're all done there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The door. You guys hear the sound of a door opening, and you hear the voice call out and say, "You call that a fireball?"
Ruh-roh.
I've seen more impressive blazes at a child's birthday party. Make a. Let me just double check here. Make a charisma saving throw, Yuck.
Ah, vicious mockery, eh?
Nope.
No, I know.
Oh, it's actually pretty similar.
Charisma saving throw. Super charismatic.
All right, nothing happens. All you do is you hear that voice, and
I just think, what a wanker.
let's see. I probably don't have any bonus actions. I actually do. Okay, so Brynn and Kelnozz, you can see this man wearing a chain shirt and carrying a lute walk around the corner, and he strums his lute, and pale blue light shoots out of the lute and hits the blue-robed man in front of him. And it's just going to do a little bit of healing.
Ooh, healing guitar.
Terrible. And the man seems slightly bolstered. And you see one of his burn marks fade into health. Next is going to be that man's turn. So he is going to... the man makes a quick gesture with his free hand, drawing upon a holy symbol, and a blue trident appears in the air next to Brynn.
Oh boy.
Ah, a fork.
Oh, it's less dangerous now.
And it takes an attack on you. What's your AC there, Brynn?
22.
22. It's a mighty high AC.
No, it's only 16.
Uh,
Ah! No, it's 22 still.
well, it still hit. Alright. So,
No.
you take 5 force damage as the trident pierces into you.
So forceful. I would be dead had I not healed myself something.
And the guy is also going to make 2 attacks on Kelnozz. He brings
Don't do
out
it.
a wicked dagger with his other hand. What's your AC?
16? Nope. Oof.
Oof. Take 4 piercing damage. And his second slash misses.
Aha.
Now you're up, Kelnozz.
Well, I've been meaning to take this move for a spin. I'm going to cast Enemy Abound on the mage dude. He has to do an intelligence saving throw. Oh, why does it say DC 11? Shouldn't it be DC 15? I think I fucked something up.
Well, he is failing no matter what.
So he loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe. Regarding all creatures can see as enemies until the spell ends.
Okay.
So you have to choose a target at random, creatures they can see within range.
Kelnozz casts with pale blue light, and the pale blue light starts glowing in the man's eyes, and he starts looking around in panic. Anything else on your turn, Kelnozz?
As a bonus action, I'm gonna hit Brynn with a little pep talk. Brynn, you're not as good as Theron, but you're still pretty good. Get out there and chop him up.
Just having my name mentioned in the same sentence as Theron is inspiring. Heart.
May your blade cleave him in twine.
All right. Before Eikooc can go, you hear the sound of a door opening again, and Brynn, you can just barely see past these splint mail guys. A woman in ornate blue robes steps out and shouts, "What is the meaning of this?" She looks to see if people are going to stand down.
We came for tea, and then we were ruthlessly attacked.
Dropping off firewood, and we were attacked.
She raises an eyebrow and says, "You'll have to do better than firewood if you wish to deceive us. You don't look like a pirate. Men, stand down."
We're not pirates.
These guys are going to back off very warily.
I will remove the spell
Ooh.
from our wizard friend, just so he doesn't go crazy.
The man turns calm down, and his darts between you and Brynn, and in the back the woman says, "Be calm, Odium. I will talk to these adventurers." Come in now.
We are here on a quest.
Who's speaking? Don't cower like a coward.
I duck under the archway into the into the room and stand up 8 feet tall. I'm not cowering.
Ooh.
Who are you? Start with your names and what you're doing here.
I am Eikooc. This is the fair Brightwing. Come in, Brightwing. Don't be scared.
Was it you who dropped a fireball in my hall?
Indeed. Your guards assaulted this poor defenseless creature next to me.
One of the guards turns and says, "They was barging in and wasn't answering any of our questions." The woman says, "I am Ozymandias. It does not sound like my gods were in the wrong."
Sounds like she's asking for a fireball.
She raises an eyebrow at that.
I joke. I kid. You must get used to my sense of humor. It's very edgy, as is the drow way. We like the edgiest memes. Or memes, as they say in the Underdark.
We have sailed here from far away, and we have dispatched the pirates up top.
What?
Yes,
What pirates?
there were pirates on your island, I think.
And scary skeletons. Oh.
She looks around and says, "Where is Ogmund?"
We do not know an Ogmund.
Odium behind you says, he and a couple underlings went up to go sort through some stuff upstairs.
Oh, shit.
I'll go get them.
Oh, good. One less.
He pushes past you guys and heads upstairs. And his spirit weapon here is going to go away. As it fades away. You did not answer why you are here.
We are here to investigate this cathedral, this abbey. We are here to clear it of undead.
Have you seen any spooky skeletons around?
And why are you here to investigate our abbey?
Our abbey. Are you the original owners of this abbey?
I am the current commander. Roll an insight check. She's definitely holding something back.
The current commander, you say? Was there... Who was the previous commander?
I don't see how that's any business of yours, or what difference it makes. I'm the one who's deciding your fate.
Oh.
More importantly, what happened to the previous commander?
She nods up to the door and says, "There was a fire." And after a moment, Odium comes down and says, "They're dead." Multiple arrow wounds. Some fire scorches as well. How many of us are you planning to kill here before you tell the truth? It's a very good question, lads. Do you have an answer?
We plan to kill none, but we will kill as many as required. We only seek answers to our questions. We are here to clear the undead from this abbey. It was our understanding that this abbey was not inhabited
Clearly you are wrong.
by the living.
The undead serve a purpose. They keep our island safe.
Safe from who?
Safe from curious wanderers such as yourselves. And, for a time, pirates.
Are there specific pirates that are causing you issue? This is something we can maybe deal with.
We're good at killing.
Make a persuasion check.
You really just have to direct us.
Yeah.
Point
Us
in the
at
right
something to
direction.
kill. Sorry, which one, Bob?
Persuasion check, please.
Persuasion. Yep.
The pirates believe we are dead. We haven't heard or seen of them for weeks. We do not need any help from any pirates or for against the pirates.
Well, then, as far as I'm concerned, I have all the answers I need. We will leave you in peace, and I see no reason to speak of your existence.
She narrows her eyes and says, "Indeed, this abbey was supposed to remain a secret. What assurances do I have that you will keep this between us? And what compensation do you offer for the violence you've bestowed upon us today?"
Well, as far as insurance, as you can see, most people see us as bumbling fools. So they won't believe us even if we said it's something. Bringing firewood. Indeed.
I drop 3 logs. Brought these in my pack to keep you warm.
I assumed they weren't wooden logs.
Ooh. Damn. That's an awkward way to leave a conversation.
As far as compensation goes, you may take Brightwing. I kid. What would I don't know what to offer. I don't know what you value.
I'm trying to decide if I can trust you. Here's the price. Should you wish to leave here, I will come with you, as well as my 2 men here, and you will give us passage to the mainland.
That seems reasonable. By Baragnor's beard, I swear it.
And the bard comes over and says, "You're not planning to leave me here, Ozymandias. I'll have to come with you as well." Odium behind you says, "This is crazy! You can't trust them. They nearly killed us all. Besides, I don't want to be left here with just a few other people. Not with those things up on the beach."
As I'm saying this next thing, I'm kind of looking to the group for consensus on whether or not they agree with me. I'm just kind of talking here. Nobody else is talking, so I'm just going to keep going.
I think you're doing great.
But I'm looking at the group for consensus, and I just say we have one small thing to ask of you. I do not know of what religion or faith you are. However, we have a trusted friend, deceased, who we wish to lay to rest. Can we find a safe place in your abbey, which is holy ground, and lay our friend to rest in the earth.
Make a religion check.
We're looking for some sort of executive style crypt. Something to show.
What, in this ruined abbey?
Executive crypt.
All right,
I'm
so
looking for luxury.
you can tell from the symbols on the blue robes that these people are of the same order as what Major Ursa told you, that the Abbey was devoted to Carmyle, which is the human god of storms and winds. He's technically an evil god. He's still one that's kind of worshipped here and there by sailors and fishermen to avoid storms, but he's seen as a malicious force.
Okay.
Why?
Maybe I back off on those
roll
that
over in
request.
that grave and
Okay.
Raid
You,
chase
maybe?
us for the rest of our days. Were we to leave him? in this-
Ozymandias says he would make a fine addition to the Skull Dunes. Be a guardian for this island.
I do not think he would have wished for that in life. So, thank you for your offer, but we'll keep his corpse in our boat for now. Just checking.
The bard says, they have corpse on their boat? What kind of passage are you getting us into, Ozymandias?
Do you have friends on the mainland? Why do you want to go visit there?
Make a persuasion check, please.
Okay.
She's so innocent.
Persuasion.
She takes a long while to answer. She's giving you a stare and says, I have been seeking to seek communication with colleagues. My business is my own.
Oh, well, do you like living here? Wouldn't you rather live somewhere else? With less skeletons? And, like, dust and rubble?
I'll make myself clear that we are not abandoning this island to you or anyone else. This abbey is our land.
Even if you found a better one?
There is no better place than this.
Oh,
This is
there has
holy
to be a better
land.
place. This place looks pretty broken down. I think there must be some better place than this.
What can be burned can be rebuilt. Now,
Well, heart is home is where the heart is. I
Now-
prefer forests.
Odium walks past you guys and goes and starts whispering something harshly to Ozymandias. He says, I must speak with Odium. Feel free to rest in whichever room is empty. We'll leave on the morrow. Help yourself to any food that you didn't incinerate.
That's fair.
Yeah. I don't know, it's fireball diplomacy.
I heard all of the.
That's how we roll.
So you notice that one of the men in split mail is sticking pretty close to you guys. What do you do now?
All right. I motion to the group so we can go into a room and have a private conversation.
I follow you.
follow.
I don't know, pick a room, I guess. Check some rooms and
Yeah, explore
Over
around. Let's rummage for loot and so forth.
Check the corpse.
Oh yeah, it's probably in bad taste.
Maybe don't check the corpse.
Can I do it in a
Kelnozz.
stealthy way?
Don't give him ideas.
Excuse me, good sir, but we just need to have a private conversation.
I don't give a bugger what you need.
Oh, but don't you feel tired at all from all the guarding?
Sleep.
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
Oh. Kelnozz with the
But
save.
it might start the time.
Yeah,
the
don't do
timer to
that.
violence. How about this one? Is this good?
No. Anytime you
Hold
cast
on,
something,
I got a good one.
they're
I
never
got a
happy afterwards. It doesn't matter what you do.
Oh god.
Nobody's happy about
No, this is a good one. This is a good one.
shit.
I think this can work. Okay, hold on. Let me just make sure I'm doing this right. Magically influence a creature you can see.
I'm pretty familiar with this one. So
He
wisdom
doesn't
saving
know
throw.
that I cast the spell, right?
He certainly does. Yeah. You cast a spell and then it happens.
But like with the spell Friends, when the spell ends, the creature realizes you use magic. Becomes hostile. This one doesn't specify.
So you're saying it's more like a Jedi mind trick.
Yeah, it's like a Jedi mind trick. Like I feel like he might not notice it unless he is arcane and like can detect magical spells.
Or if you fail
Well, put it
horribly in
this
some
way:
sort of roll.
he's gonna see you cast a spell, right? There's a verbal and a semantic aspect of this, and then he's gonna do whatever you say he's gonna do. So it stands to reason he's going to. He might not have a magical compulsion to be hostile towards you.
All right.
Okay, so wisdom saving throw.
No. I'm not gonna.
Ooh, you've just cast it.
No. Oh.
Ready, fireball.
Does that beat it or not?
I have a 15 spell DC.
What's your suggestion?
I suggest that he goes make tea for us, like I suggested when we first got here.
You should also suggest that he forget that you cast anything on him.
Yeah, that's good too.
Well, he beat the DC, right?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, my suggestion was to make tea for us. I'm so parched. Maybe.
Make tea for yourself. He gestures around the room. A large cauldron filled with smoldering charcoal burns in the center of the room. Assorted cookware and seasonings rest on the floor and on shelves. There's also an ornate scroll tube on the shelf. The room is fairly clean, but the air is humid and greasy. A large tub of dirty water stands in the corner, surrounded by dirty dishes. He says, "Help yourself.
I
Keep your magic to yourself."
Could have been worse.
Well, gentlemen, it's a lot harder to talk with this fine young lad in the room with us.
Perhaps we can speak in undercommon. Hey, Eikooc,
Alright. I start talking in Undercommon.
you swear.
I think I'm saying useful things, and it's all just a string of nonsensical swear words and all kinds of stupid things you taught me.
That's a good point. Yes, of course. Why didn't I think of that earlier?
Does this guy look human over here?
I
Yeah.
feel the same way about
Human.
Brynn. You were right to say that, Eikooc. Oh, you're going in pretty hard against Brynn. He really isn't that bad. Wow.
I turn to the group and I'm gonna make a bit of a risk here, and I'm gonna kind of look at the guys. I'm gonna kind of keep an eye on the guy out of the corner of my eye, kind of thing, like try and see what his expression is, and then I'm gonna start talking to the group in Elvish rather than Common.
Oh
So,
yeah, that's
I think we all speak Elvish. Maybe Brightwing, do you speak Elvish?
Got a feeling that's going to be a no. Let's see. I know Common and Sylvian. Nope. Not Elvish.
Okay, Brightwing, you're out.
I'm turning off my ears.
So I just speak Elvish and I say, so what do we think of this circumstance? This place was supposed to be empty.
It is less than suitable. I feel like displacing these people in favor of the elves is a good move. However, I am
Keep in
an
mind,
elf.
we don't know that this guy can understand us or not.
Yes.
it's okay.
Anyone can make a insight check if they like to see if he's seems to be understanding or not.
I'm pretty insightful.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be following.
Okay, good.
Smart.
He is watching, but he's doesn't seem to understand the words.
Okay. Elvish it is. So, Brynn, you'd like to extricate these people in favor of your people?
Well, it only seems fair
Fair to whom?
to the elves, of course. Call me selfish, but we have been prejudiced for so long. We need a proper home. There's too many elves living in Silverstand. It's a sacred place.
We were sent here. We were sent here under the premise that this place was empty.
Well, it seems
even your people chose this place because they thought it was empty of life.
Indeed. Oh, hard walking across the room. Let's watch. You might be able to see what we're talking about.
Right, you can't see the bard.
I can see through the door. There's
Terrible metagaming.
clear sight line.
You guys were talking with the door open?
Through the guard.
Yeah, because they can't understand us.
Door's closed.
Oh, the door's closed with this weirdo in here. Well,
No, we're trying to be private.
This room is full of weirdos. Perhaps we can find these people a better place to live.
We're gonna play Shuffle the People?
Yep, shuffle the people.
If we find a better place, why don't we give it to the elves? We're by default giving the elves this place.
That's a legitimate
the
concern.
place is better than that.
Part of the draw to this place was very few come here, allowing the elves to live in peace.
Isolation and safety.
Isolation is safety.
Maybe they would be willing to live with the elves together. We don't know that they're prejudiced. together, maybe they would be stronger.
They don't seem very friendly.
No, I didn't believe it as I was saying. I don't know how to broach that possibility. Besides, maybe just getting a sense of their feelings towards elves.
You guys
We're
can
certainly
hear
not helping
in
that.
the background, adventurers, where did you go?
I locked the door.
Hey now! He unlocks the door.
Making some tea.
They're in the kitchen!
I go over to the. It's a cauldron, right? That with the fire burning.
Yeah. After a moment,
I
go on.
pretend to make some tea. Oh no! Even better than pretending to make tea. Even better.
Please just say make tea.
Even better. Boom! I conjure a big tea kettle, a bunch of tea cups, everything, a little thing, a saucer full, a smaller container with little sugar cubes in it. And I'm very busy preparing for tea. Hey, Brynn, will you be having milk or cream in your...
The door
Well, I
opens,
drink my tea
and
black.
the bard walks in and says, "Oh, found the kitchen. Typical for adventurers. Oh, you've got a spot of tea set up. How quaint. Did, strange about that tea set.
Yes, I'm preparing some tea right now.
Oh, I wanted to apologize for how things went back there. It seems we got off on the wrong foot. Mostly your fault, of course, but there you are. My name is Bayleaf.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Bayleaf, and perhaps you could go on a bit deeper about the depths of your apology.
Oh, the depths have been plumbed now, I'm sure. I just wanted to observe you for a bit and chat. And where does a group like you hail from?
Well, we're a ragtag group of adventurers from all corners of the planet.
Indeed. But perhaps more immediately. Saltmarsh? Seaton?
Saltmarsh is where we set sail. We've spent quite a bit of time around there. Seaton doesn't like the company we keep, as you might imagine.
Seaton doesn't like the company of many people. But I must admit, it's been perhaps 2 or even 3 months since I've been on the mainland. I'm eager to hear of any news.
News, eh?
Indeed.
Well, the oh my goodness, I gotta remember the names of these things. The fish people are the lizard people, as well as the merfolk, Locanthar, and Kolinth have joined together with the people of Saltmarsh to fight the god damn, what are they called? Sahagwin.
Ooh.
There's a lot of key words in that sentence.
That is juicy news indeed, Flicker. And where do the humans lie in all this?
The humans have been approached by the lizard people to join in the fight on the side of the well, the lizard people and then the rest. Where do you fall on that?
On what, Flicker? Fall on what? Lizard people and fish people?
Lizard people? Sahagwin?
Don't give a damn. Not unless there's coin in it for me, eh?
I think we get along quite well.
Yes. Your interests align heavily with ours. Can you swing a sword?
Of course. Of course, I usually aim a little higher in terms of my companionship.
Oh, I see. I look sad.
Tell me, are your intentions with Ozymandias true? Can we actually count on you for safe passage?
Absolutely. The Sea Ghost is a capable ship. We have a very sturdy crew. We can quite easily take you back to the mainland. Is there a specific place on the mainland that you are intending to go?
Well, I am not
I-
picky. The nearest port would suffice. Of course, the closer we can get to civilization would be better. I think I've had enough roughing it out here for a while.
You wish to get back to more civilization. Is it hard living out here?
Well, it certainly has been since the fire. Before there was some measure of comfort, and of course I enjoyed quite a good deal of privilege in my role here. But ever since the fire, it has been cramped.
Was the abbey quite large before it burned?
Fairly large. Nowhere near the sizes in the great cities, but for a rock in the middle of the ocean, it was formidable.
And do you plan to rebuild?
My job here is done. You couldn't pay me double what they paid me in order to stay here a moment longer. You see, I am not one of these priests. I don't worship the Lightning Lord, but they pay me to train them.
Ah. And what sort of training are they receiving?
Martial training with short sword and spear and bow.
Interesting. To protect
Riveting.
against the pirates, I'm guessing.
Of course, and all other every abbey needs guards.
And how many live here?
I suspect you've seen them all now.
Oh, very small.
A few weeks ago, there would have been nearly 40 or 50. Most perished in the fire, and many more were killed by the pirates.
Did the pirates set fire to the abbey?
They did. They set fire to us, and only those of us who are away or under here in the cellar were able to survive.
I give everyone a cup of tea.
The fools, though.
So
They
tragic.
didn't. They got many things, but the fools didn't even check down here in the abbey where the priests keep all of their treasure.
Oh, tell us more about the treasure. So that we may protect it.
Oh, it's well protected already, and of no concern for someone such as yourself. It is too dangerous.
Perhaps after you drink this delicious tea, you might change. Everyone, toast to the Abbey and to friends lost. I point up to the sky. I miss you, Dad. And everyone take a drink from imaginary tea. And I hit the main dude with prestidigitation, and it tastes like the most delicious tea he's ever tasted.
There is nothing for you to cast on. It's an illusion, right?
Yep.
So he, as you offer him this tea, he takes a quick look at it and says, a clever trick. Did you teach him that, Flicker?
Can I create flavors just in his mouth?
No. You cast it on objects and stuff.
I cast it on his tongue.
A doubly clever trick. I'm sure you didn't teach that to him, Flicker.
No, he thought of that all himself.
I've been planning that for the last half an hour.
How quaint. Perhaps I've said too much.
No, go on more about that treachery.
Well, what is there to say? I mean,
Could you give an approximate value of said treasure in gold pieces?
he looks to the guard who looks to him. And the bailiff says, I suppose it wouldn't hurt. It's not like you could reach it anyway.
Yes, of course not.
Perhaps 10,000 gold pieces worth of treasure here between
Indeed.
the magical items and coin that's kept here, jewels.
Those silly pirates didn't know what they were missing.
Well, the entranceway is hidden and there are guards. It is well guarded to boot. It is for the best that they didn't. Better that they leave with what pittance they could carry than leave their lives here. But now I've definitely said too much. I will take my leave of you now, unless you have any further questions.
No. Have a good night.
Keep an eye on them, God. Make sure they don't go looking around for that treasure. And he grins as he leaves.
I say in Elvish, I feel like he was trying to set us up.
My friend, might you point me in the direction of the washroom?
He says, there's a pot over there.
In the corner of the kitchen?
Pick one that's already dirty.
Oh boy.
That is most unsuitable. I must at least go outside if there's no suitable facilities indoors.
The guard opens the door and stands in the doorway. Says, "Oi!" And the other guard walks out. The elf here's gotta take a piss. Need someone to hold his hand.
He doesn't want you to hold his hand.
Wink.
The guard gestures Brynn. Says, "Here you go."
Hmm. Well, I certainly don't need someone to hold my dong.
All right.
Perhaps the washroom's near the treasure room.
We don't have whatever a washroom is. I thought you had to go take a piss.
Indeed. In the city, people have special rooms just for doing that.
Maybe in whatever passes for an elf city.
Oh!
Oh! Low blow.
That's a racist.
I thought those elven buildings were piss poor anyway.
Oh!
There's not many guards left.
Shots fired.
We should steal that $10,000 treasure.
Night. Do you need to go outside or not?
Yes. Indeed.
All right. Okay. So you get up the stairs and back onto the island. It's getting a bit later on in the afternoon now. You can hear the ocean crash against the cliffs around the island.
Hmm. Do you notice the fog rolling in? And I start relieving myself just outside the entrance.
The guard says, you're going to pay for what you did to Augment. And the rest of them.
That is where you're wrong, sir. You shouldn't have accosted us so.
Well, enjoy your rest here tonight.
Pretty ominous.
Sounds
Don't
like
know
a
if we're
threat.
getting much rest with you fellows hanging over us.
Don't be so scared. You'll be getting some rest, all right.
Boy, do you notice the fog rolling in here? It's really getting quite thick.
Are you done?
Well, you never answered my question about the fog.
I don't give a seagull's arse about the fog.
Oh. Perhaps it's just peace theme. Quite warm out, you know? Is there a door at the top of the stairs or anything?
No, the door is at the bottom of the stairs.
No, the door's at the bottom of the stairs. I didn't plan this out very well.
What's the strategy here?
I don't know if it's just going to cause us to have to fight all of them again.
Well, they're pretty weak, right?
Well, we don't know how strong that main one was. There was this, Pinocchio over here that couldn't survive.
Yeah, nobody seemed to give a shit about him.
His body is just laying there.
Oh, I'm just about finished here.
It's the longest piss I've ever heard of. And the steamiest.
And while I'm finishing up here, I'm going to try and quietly cast Fog Cloud.
Ooh, the fog's rolling in.
Make a sleight of hand check
Light of hand.
if you'd like to disguise the spell.
I would like to disguise it.
Nice.
Oh, that shouldn't have been advantage, but the 17 was first anyways.
All right. So as far as you can tell, you don't think this guy saw you cast your hands cast the spell. He goes, ugh. This fog is starting to roll in.
I'm going to pick up a rock or a stick and hurl it like as far away as I can to like make a rustling sound or a thumping sound away from the doors here. To see if he will go and investigate said noise, thinking it's me.
You're gonna throw a rock.
Yeah.
Roll a I don't know, I'm kind of torn between a dex check or a charisma check. So why don't we go with a let me have a deception check, and you can use just dexterity for this roll.
Oh, that's confusing.
Just roll deception, and we'll take away your charisma modifier and add your
okay.
dexterity modifier.
Oh, that's easy. Oh, so I have 0 charisma modifier, but 4 dex. 23.
And you're proficient in deception?
That means it has a check mark next to it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, what a liar. Alright, so that's quite good. Okay, so you throw a rock, and it makes a clattering noise, and the guard says, "What was that? You better not be moving." And you can hear him start to move. He's kind of wandering in the fog.
Wandering in the fog. So I'm going to try and stealthily re-enter the building without him noticing.
Make a stealth check with advantage. All right. You manage to get back into the stairway and through the door without being seen by him.
Aha.
So
All right.
just pause there. While this has been happening,
Have returned.
what has Eikooc and Kelnozz and Brightwing been doing?
I think I was gonna start investigating the other rooms just to take a peek. They told us to find rooms for the night, so any empty rooms. So I'm basically just gonna be searching for empty quarters, I guess, that we can use.
Okay. What was the first room you would check?
Right up here.
Can I check this one after checks his?
Sure. Okay, first we'll start with Eikooc.
It's the treasure, bro.
Oh yeah.
Several large bookcases lean against the walls in this cold room. and a high chair and a scribe's desk sit next to the right of the door. The bookcases are loaded with books and scrolls. 4 bedrolls are stacked neatly in the corner.
Of course, I found the library first. Now I need to look at the books because that's my thing. So I will spend a little bit of time.
Okay, make a investigation check.
Oh my god. I'm so good at investigation, and that was a failure 7.
You spend a good amount of time and get very involved in these books. Most of them are merely bookkeeping documents. You notice that all the books are very old and have fragile pages.
Okay.
And there's also a desk.
What's in the desk?
Sure, I can take a look at the desk.
You find a drawer and try to open it, but it is locked. Alright, Kelnozz, when you search this room,
Yep, I'm looking at this from down here.
this chamber reeks of wine. Small kegs are
Yeah.
scattered everywhere. A floor-to-ceiling wine rack filled with bottles dominates the southern wall. A crudely made pallet of rags and sacks cover the center of the room. All the kegs and the bottles are empty.
I might die in this room. But there's 0 alcohol left?
You can make a investigation check.
Gladly. Oof.
You are not able to find any alcohol, but you do find a pouch containing 25 gold pieces and a dagger with a laminated whalebone handle and scabbard.
Ooh.
But
Dagger.
it takes you quite a bit of time to find this. All the time it takes for Eikooc to read his books and such. Brightwing, what are you up to during this?
Doing just what a lady should be doing.
Oh, he might
Staying
be
in the
right here,
kitchen.
As you guys are searching these rooms, you hear a door slam, and Odium walks through the hallway and into his room. And it's around this time that Eikooc returns. Not Eikooc, but Brynn returns.
Well, we're all spread out now.
Okay, I come back out. Sorry. Well,
The guard looks to Brynn and says, "Hey,
Hey,
where's the person who was supposed to be watching you?"
well, a strange fog rolled in, and I'll be honest, I'm not really sure what happened to him, but I decided to just come back inside.
Stay where I can keep an eye on you.
Gotta watch out for that fog.
He said something of potentially undead coming, and it sounded like he ran down a hill or something. I couldn't see because it was too foggy. Perhaps you should check it out.
Make a normal deception check.
Doing God's work right.
Oh. However, I'm feeling lucky. Ah, god damn. That was a waste.
It's not bad.
The undead are confined to the Skull Dunes. But if there is something that's wandered loose, he can handle himself. I'm not letting you out of my sight.
Well, let us just continue searching your abbey then.
Searching.
I mean, exploring each of these rooms to find the most suitable quarters to sleep in.
Yes.
We certainly can't sleep in the kitchen. Not with that disgusting piss pot in the corner.
Yeah, you're right. It smells like an El's Manor in there.
Oh.
I guess I'd take a look at this room here.
You open the door.
Can I take a look at this body as I go by?
Yeah. What would you like to look about it?
If there's anything of value.
If you take a closer look, the guard says, "Hey, back off."
You're just gonna leave the body here?
Most unsuitable. No elf man.
My job right now is to watch you. Eikooc, you open the door, and Odium says, "What the hell are you doing? You just barge in anywhere you want?"
Well, we weren't given instructions as to where we were to rest, so we were told to find a room. I didn't realize somebody went in here.
I just walked past you, you idiot.
Yep, I saw you go from the other side of the room, straight through the wall where I couldn't see you, into a room I couldn't see. So I didn't see that at all.
I'll give you a quick description of the room here. This room contains small statues and figurines. There are statues of dogs and horses, monks and pilgrims, footmen and knights on horseback, and several garden gnomes. All the statues are between 1 and 3 feet tall. Standing against the northern wall are 2 life-size statues. One is a robed skeleton holding a large scythe, and the other is a Medusa. On the other floor in front of these statues is a pallet of several blankets. And he says, "I don't care what you did or didn't see. Get the hell out."
Very well. Nice statues.
Harsh.
I closed the door. That Odium's a very strange nut.
He's a bit cranky. If you ask me.
Yeah. That's one grumpy guess. I guess I go over to Brynn and go, "Hey," in Elvish. "What's up? What are you doing?"
Yeah, what happened to that guard outside?
Brynn is muted.
I whispered to Eikooc and Kelnozz. I've given him the slip. But my plan was ill-conceived. This other guard is still here and allowing you to search the Abbey. I'm quite confused.
Did you hit him with the piss move?
With the what?
The old piss fog.
The old piss steam. Got him with the piss steam.
Classic.
80% of the time, it works every time.
One of the oldest tricks in the Elven book. Well, you did a good job. Can I check this room out down here?
You certainly can. This room has been.
This is that there's a fog coming.
This
Can't
room,
you feel the fog coming?
this room has been cleared of all debris and is currently being scrubbed clean by a single robed figure. 3 walls are heavily curtained with draperies of thick black velvet, and the east wall is decorated with a horrible mural depicting a blue dragon devouring sheep. Near the west wall is a stone table on which a large iron brazier burns. The table has been scrubbed and scoured, but it has many odd discolorations and scorch marks. A half-melted statue and 2 badly damaged candlesticks sit behind the brazier. The brazier.
The brazier?
Fog doesn't go underground.
Oh,
That would be a mist.
Is it a toxin or a poison?
Who are you?
I'll be asking the questions here. Why have you cleaned it up so suitably?
The Sacralite had not been in the room when you guys were talking with Ozymandias. As you get close to him and you don't answer his question, his hands race down to a small club that's hooked on his belt. He says, "I'm serious. Tell me who this is. Tell me who you are, or I'll use this."
My name is Kelnozz. I'm a guest of your Abbey. A favored guest. I demand VIP treatment. Where is your Abbey ale or other liquor distilled here? Like normal monks.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh man, I hope I persuade him to brew some ale. That'd be awesome.
A guest. I'm sorry. We don't have ale, but I think I smelled a delicious tea brewing earlier.
Ah, that was my tea.
It was a mighty what?
Damn it.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Do I find anything of value here that I could possibly steal?
Okay, so as you take a look around the room, you notice that the floor in front of the curtains in the southwest corner seems to have some abrasions on the stone floor.
I'd like to take a closer investigation. Is that down here?
Yeah. You pull back the curtain that's lining the wall, and you see a hidden door.
Oh. Open it?
Hmm?
Do I need to do any kind of check to open it? Can I just like turn the knob?
I believe it is open. Let me just double check.
I'll do a quick look for traps. It's just like a really...
Okay, make
First
an investigation check for traps.
Just see if there's any traps here.
You don't detect any traps, and the door does open when you push on it.
Okay, I sneak in, but as I go through the curtain, I make sure so it doesn't look like I went through the door. I kind of like ruffle it from the back, you know what I mean? Just kind of like ruffle that shit.
Do you walk through the door or you don't?
Oh, I go through the door, but I make sure that the curtain from this side makes it look like I didn't go into the secret door.
A short tunnel widens into an unfurnished and undecorated 30-foot square chamber. Standing next to one another in the center of the room are 2 enormous skeletal guardians. Their heads feature prominent horns, and each wield a massive rusted axe. 5 corpse-like figures stand shoulder to shoulder, guarding a door in the eastern wall. Their faces have been painted in gruesome colors. Roll initiative.
Oh,
All of us or just Kevin?
Just Kevin.
Good luck, Kelnozz. We used to love you.
Okay. Do they look mad?
They look dead.
Oh, well, I don't have to worry about that.
So there are two large skeletons of minotaurs standing, and
Do they notice me?
yeah, they definitely do.
Well, that's it's problematic. I think I'm just going to leave this room, close the door behind me, and never speak of it again. I reach
Sorry.
into my my bag, and I pull out a small vial, and I pop the top, and I chug it down. And I say, "Good thing I brought my forget-me-now potion. I will forget all of that just happened as soon as it kicks in."
I have so many NPCs open. I have to find the right one. All right. I think you're free to begin your action without dealing with any negative things.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave the room and close the door behind me.
Okay. You wait a few moments and nothing.
We'll just casually leave the room, walking at a normal but slow pace.
When you
Oh,
get to the door, this guy's talking to you
hey.
back and says, I couldn't find any tea, but I brought you some of this water. And hands
Oh.
you a gray looking cup of water.
I'll take a big swig of it. This is delicious water. Where'd you get it from?
Make a deception check.
It came from the kitchen.
It's a very dirty kitchen. What's in this other room up here?
Well, that's the barracks.
They won't mind if I walk in, will they?
Well, I mean, if you are truly a guest, I mean,
You're goddamn right. I open the door. Greetings, I'm Kelnozz. No one's here.
3 crude pallets lie on the floor, and a large iron kettle stands in the center of the chamber. In the northeast corner is a jumbled pile of broken lumber.
Is it enough lumber to build that might block a door?
Theoretically, you could make a barricade with the lumber there. As you search behind it, you also find the guard's weapon hoard. 5 spears, a short bow, a quiver of 20 arrows, 2 short swords, 3 daggers, 2 shields, and a suit of chainmail armor that would fit a medium-sized creature.
Chainmail, eh? I have a chain shirt. Is chainmail medium?
No, it's
Okay.
chain shirt is medium.
Very well. Well, I'll continue on my adventure here. Oh, I forgot to ask this person's name.
My name is Rankin.
Rankin. Well, Rankin, as I said earlier, I'm Kelnozz, and I'm a guest of this place, and I demand to be treated like royalty. Perhaps you can escort me to this room up here.
He says, that's Osmander's room.
And the room to the right?
Bayleaf is staying there. The guard comes over and says, Rankin! What are you doing?
Well, Rankin was just being a polite host. Unlike some other guards I know.
Rankin, these are the men who murdered Augment. And that corpse over there, which I need you to deal with.
Poor Rankin.
Rankin runs off and starts shuffling off his colleague.
Oh, Rankin, what are you going to do with the body?
Shut up, you! That's enough questions.
I walk over to Rankin. Hey, Rankin, what are you going to do with the body?
You're not permitted in there. Leave. This room is sacred.
What's so special about it?
I won't ask you again, elf.
I'm a drow, bitch. I'll leave the room.
He make a strength check.
Okay. Use these drow muscles. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. No, you rolled that? Did my clip
Yep,
not
you
work?
have to beat that one.
Easily.
He says, what did you just call me? And pushes you into this room. And closes the door behind him.
Is this how you treat guests in your abbey? It is but a jest.
He says, I don't care if Ozymandias wants you to get her off this island. I'm not about to let someone who murdered my friends insult me. And you can go first, Kelnozz, since you rolled a high initiative last or quite recently.
He's going to attack me?
Oh yeah, he's
Okay.
in the motion of attacking you right now.
Okay. That's fine. I'm going to... I'm going to cast a spell. He has to do an intelligence check. Otherwise... Where is it? So basically I create a figment of his greatest nightmare. Each round, if he fails the test, fails the check, each round he'll take 1 damage. And I think he has to run away from me.
Phantasmal force.
Here we go. Let me, I'll just cast it again so you can see.
It's okay, I have it up now.
Oof, it's a lot of text.
Alright. Int save.
Int save. DC 15. Yeah, so he can see it.
So it creates a thing.
A thing that he is afraid of, but only he can see it.
So,
Okay, so it's just damage. I thought it made him run away.
while target is affected by the spell. This is like a powerful illusion spell. Like you can use this to like if there's a big hole, you could put Phantasmal Force to make someone think there's just it's just ground, and they'll believe it's just ground. So,
But they also just take damage from it.
well, if you read here, it says like if you were to say your illusion is you're standing in lava,
Yeah.
right? They would take damage for it. They would take 1d6 psychic damage, or whatever it says here. So you need to specify how you're using the spell.
Ah, fuck. I meant dissonant whispers.
Just use that, Kev. It's okay.
Ugh. I don't want to kill him though. I'll make it seem like a pool of spider webs, like really thick spider webs, so that he'll think that he's actually inside.
You cast a spell, and your pale blue light cascades around, and his eyes glow for a moment, and his legs seem to stiffen up, and he says, "What the damn spider webs? Can't move."
I say, Rankin, did you see that? He was about to attack me.
You are not out of combat yet.
Oh.
Yeah. So, anything else on your turn?
Can I speak to Rankin?
Yep. It's Brankin. Yep.
Rankin, sorry. Rankin, did you see that? He was about to strike me. Perhaps you can speak some sense into your friend here.
What is your AC?
16.
Okay. So his body seems like he can't move below the hips, but he pulls out his long sword or his short sword and is going to make 2 attacks at you with disadvantage.
Ooh.
This guy has the restrained condition on him.
Yikes. That's
So,
a hit.
13 is a hit?
No, the 23 for sure.
It's disadvantage, remember?
Oh, it's disadvantage, right?
Okay.
Swing and a miss.
Ah! Damn webs! Rankin, attack! Rankin looks a little nervous here.
But Brankin, we're friends now.
And he is going to run over to the guard and starts... Oh, he can't see them.
Yeah, he can't see the
He's
webs.
going to just make a dexterity saving throw. He casts Sacred Flame at you.
Oh, man.
You dodge out of the way as a small column of blue fire erupts underneath your feet.
Damn.
It's your turn.
Well, I will use my action to disengage. No, is that a bonus action? No, it's an action, right?
It's an action, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to disengage to the secret door and open the secret door.
They both yell at you as you draw back the curtain. It's forbidden!
Well, maybe you shouldn't have started attacking me. Actually, you know what? I'll threaten to open the door. If you don't let down your arms, I'll open this door.
He looks
What
at you
say you?
and takes a moment and starts slashing at the air around his legs with his short sword.
Do we have a deal?
Like hell we do. Go ahead and open that door. See if I care. You're already dead just for touching the curtain.
Fuck.
What do you do, Kelnozz?
That's my action again?
Well, not an action,
Technically,
so to speak. How are you
the only
reacting to
way-
this?
Well, the only way he can cut through those things, doesn't he have to do like a... The target can use an action to examine intelligence check. If the check succeeds, the target realizes the phantasm is an illusion in the spell. While the
So-
target is affected by the spell, the target treats the phantasm as...
Ooh, and your DC is higher than 12. He
Indeed.
says, once I cut myself free of these webs, you can be sure I'll be cutting you next.
Fuck.
Brankin, go tell Ozymandias of their betrayal. Brankin starts rushing out the door. What are you three doing as Kelnozz was pushed into this room?
I was abducted against my will.
I don't know if Kelnozz is going to be doing too well against that burly guard.
No, we must
Friendly.
investigate.
Did we see it happen?
We saw him go in there, I assume, because we're standing out here.
You got shoved in there.
Yeah.
You see Ozymandias, or you see this Brankin guy rushing towards.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Let me stop you there. What's
Are you
going
going
on
to
here?
physically stop him?
Well, I'm gonna put my hands up and be like, "Whoa, what's the hurry?"
He brushes past you, unless you use any muscle towards that hand.
Perhaps you can explain yourself. And I try and grapple with him a little bit.
Okay.
What happened to our friend?
Make a strength check.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on, Borbs. Big old one. Yes!
Oh, lucky.
Jesus Christ, man. Go!
I also go,
Your friend has disturbed the sacred curtain.
the sacred curtain, you say?
He's committed blasphemy. Let me go.
Where are you going?
Help! Ozymandias! Bayleaf!
Oh. Well, the jig is up, I suppose.
What is the meaning of this?
Something about a curtain.
We
I
believe
don't really
one of your
understand.
guards is accosting our friend in this room over to the southwest.
The Dark Elf provoked one of the gods, and then disturbed the sacred curtain. Ozymandias looks extremely displeased at this. You have been very rude guests. Many would consider it a blessing to be forgiven after dropping a fireball and still have your life. I hope that this is not true.
I'm sure that it isn't. Kelnozz is the highest character beyond repute.
As far as I know, that's true.
As far as
Oh.
Okay, so now this guy opens the door and says, This dark elf, he touched the sacred curtain, and he cast some kind of spell on me and webbed my legs.
I was attacked. I was casting a spell in defense. This brute of a man attempted to slice me, and he missed.
Come out here, elf. Step away from that curtain.
It's just a curtain anyways. I wasn't trying to cause any
Blasphemy!
This curtain.
Why are we all getting so upset over a curtain?
I didn't mean any trouble.
These curtains are
But I had to
sacred to
defend
us.
myself.
That room is forbidden for any except the highest of our clergy. Brankin
Perhaps
was
you
merely
should have
cleaning.
told me.
You
I'm
are
sure
not
you
owed any information here.
I
Well,
assure
if there's
you,
a room
Kelnozz
that is forbidden,
almost
but-
always high.
I have a long history of obeying the rules, and if I had known it would never go. Brightwing can speak of my chivalrous past. Go ahead, Brightwing.
Ozymandias turns to Eikooc and says, I am benevolent, if nothing else, and I am still willing to honor our agreement and have you leave here with your lives so that you may escort us back to the mainland. But I have altered the deal. Your dark
How
elven
so?
friend has forfeit his life.
Well, he had a good run.
We had some good times, boys.
Forfeit his life, you say? Well, I've grown quite fond of him, unfortunately, and so I find that to be an unacceptable deal.
That's regrettable. I was so looking forward to reaching the mainland again. And her hands start glowing with blue magical power. As we all roll initiative.
Light them up.
Just a
Fireball
delayed battle. Bunch of pandering around just to fight the same battle we tried to avoid.
We almost talked our way out of it this time.
Only we didn't touch the sacred curtain.
I didn't know it was sacred.
When he called it the sacred curtain, that wasn't a hint?
I thought it was like a phrase. The only problem is I burned a bunch of worthless spells,
Yeah, you sure did.
so I'm going to be even less effective in combat.
Ooh, Brightwing with the big 5.
I rolled pretty poorly for all of my dudes. Alright, well, I think Brynn goes first.
Ah, yeah.
Slice them up.
I did miss one.
Oh, whoops. So I use... Man, I have one level 3 spell slot left.
How long does that Bardic Inspiration last that you cast on me?
I think only a minute.
Oh, okay.
Probably
Could
10
be,
minutes.
Could be. Yeah, I was gonna say could be 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
It's probably been more than 10 minutes of.
Oh, definitely. But I have 3 more. 3 more of those babies.
All right. Well, I will let fly an arrow at the head mage.
You will need to spend an action to turn your staff back into an arrow, bow.
Bullshit. You should do that at the end of every round.
You
I
have to
always
say so.
Bullshit. I say. A full action?
Yep.
Move. Dick move.
You're supposed to have crumbles and dissolves.
I use my regular bow.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to do that. It has a little bit less bonuses, but whatever.
And who are you attacking?
I'm going to attack Amanda Feeling Good or whatever this person.
Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Amanda, okay.
Looking for Amanda Feelgood.
That's
So regular, sorry, I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark.
Oh yeah.
Do I do that after I?
No, do it before.
Yeah, do it before.
Actually, I have to cast it before.
And then you get the damage from it when you hit him.
And is it always just 2, or I roll it each time?
No. It's a 1d6.
So I would say I roll it. So that just now it's active. Because it actually shows up in my weapon attack area too.
Yeah, I think you should roll it after you hit.
Spell to see if I could get it to go. But anyways, so the first longbow hits with a 17.
17 is a hit.
Aha! 9. And they're humanoid?
Yep. This is with your extra
Plus
1d6 damage.
So first I get my humanoid thing that gives +4, so it's 13. And then the 1d6 on top of it. 13 plus 4 is 17 damage.
Damn, Jesus.
17 damage. It's pretty good.
Not bad.
Fucking hell.
All right.
Uh-oh. Second attack.
Holy shit.
18.
18 hits.
For 9 plus 4 plus 6.
Oh my
19
God.
damage that time.
Thanks.
That's some pretty crazy damage.
How much damage?
19.
Ooh. Your first arrow catches her off guard and lodges into her shoulder. Your second arrow catches her in the heart, and she struggles down and dies. So lucky. Damn it, Ryan.
Was that the exact number I needed?
No, you got much more than she had, actually, but...
And then I'm going to use my movement to just move over here.
Gem up.
And keep an eye out this way for trouble. Barney Rubble.
So, when the fight started, you saw Bailey prepare for action. When he sees Ozymandias be shot, he plays a quick tune on his lute, and pale blue light flares around him, and a moment later he disappears.
Ooh.
He ain't getting paid, so he's gone.
He's out of here.
Okay. Next is Kelnozz.
Well, luckily I have the counter to what he just did. So I'll be casting Fairy Fire in the area where we last... If the affected creature I think it makes you uninvisible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has to do a dexterity. Anyone within a 20-foot cube has to do a dexterity saving throw. So I would have cast it like wherever I saw him last.
Nothing happens.
Fucker. So he went invisible and then ran. Well, I'm pretty useless. I will use my bonus action to hit Brightwing with some bardic inspiration.
Punch Brightwing in the face.
Get in there, Brightwing! Give him hell!
Where's the... Go.
That's the end of my turn. My spells are like pretty worthless. I'm gonna put that out there.
Only when you use them to make tea.
That's the only time. Even that didn't work properly.
Brankin casts a quick spell, his fingers glowing in sapphire blue light, and he is then suddenly encased in a faint blue glow and says, "Oh God, don't kill me. I surrender. Oh, Jesus." He doesn't say Jesus. But he just...
Carmyle.
Oh, Carmyle. Thank you. And he just... he stands kind of trying to read you, puts his hands up. Eikooc, it's your turn.
What's this? So this is ranking there,
Brankin.
Ranking, yeah.
and this dude still
This is the thug guy that like he
got it.
kidnapped me against my will to that room to try to kill me.
Yeah, he doesn't look like. How does he look now that Ozymandias down?
He still has his sword in his hand and doesn't look immediately ready to give up.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray on him.
Light him up.
That's a miss. That's gonna hit. That's gonna hit. So total of 12 fire damage.
12 fire damage.
Yep.
He grunts as your rays of fire hit him and snake along his armor. But he grits his teeth and stays on his feet. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way over here.
You're up, Brightwing?
You big meanie! I walk forward and I cast Poison Spray. Make a Constitution save against spell DC of 15. Damn it!
You have you can use your bardic inspiration, I think, for
No, I'm making a
No.
Constitution save.
uh
The poison
You
hits
just
him and he
rolled really
says, pathetic.
No! That was my strongest attack! Brynn, save me!
I save him. Or her.
The guard keeps an eye on Eikooc, but turns and slashes with his short sword again at Kelnozz.
This guy hates me.
Oh, double miss.
Ha!
You manage to dodge out of the way of his short sword. He goes,
Again.
"Oh, damn knife!" Drops it and starts fumbling for his long sword. As that happens, you hear footsteps coming down the stairs. And the door opens and he goes, damn fog finally lifted! Brightwing and Brynn, please make a perception check.
A deception
A
check?
perception check.
Perception.
Perception.
Oh, 19 perception. You notice that the door doesn't close all the way behind him and is lodged open somehow. That guy is sword drawn and rushes down towards Brightwing and Brynn and is going to attack Brynn.
Miss.
Take 7 slashing damage.
He's attacking me.
Ooh, yep. Take 7 slashing damage twice.
Oh! Clinging to life here.
Make me look a fool, will you? Alright, now we're back up to your turn, Brynn.
Oof.
Alright. Well, I suppose I'm going to need to bow staff him.
Someone's getting bow staffed.
Yeah, I'm going to bow staff him. Sorry, that's a 12. It shouldn't be advantage anymore.
12 is a miss.
12's a miss. Good thing we've got a holy shit extra attack. 17
17 is a hit.
for 8 bludgeoning damage. Bludgeoning
He
damage.
dodges your first attack, but you manage to catch him with your second one just under the armpit.
Hit him in the pit.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it for me. He's humanoid, eh?
Everyone in this room is
Take
humanoid, yep.
take 4 extra damage then.
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys notice that the door falls shut. And very lightly you can hear the sound of footsteps.
Something ominous about this door.
I think the bard left up the stairs. Perhaps he can be attacked by Bims, who's waiting in the stairs? Or
Yeah, does Bims detect anything?
Lumberman?
Bims can roll initiative if he wants to suddenly enter the combat.
Yeah, definitely. He wouldn't let his master just be killed.
Perhaps a little slumbermancy's in order? So you can
He
tie
has
him
really
up and
good
interrogate him?
perception, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Because pseudo dragons have really good smelling. Can I do like a perception, or what could I do?
I'm going to roll for Bims
Okay.
since this is a... Alright.
Who's a good boy, Bims?
You receive no communications from Bims.
Even with those rules?
They weren't all for him.
Damn it, Bims.
Okay, Kelnozz, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna cast a spell. It goes by the name of Heat Metal. I'm casting it on this dude's chain mail. Chain mail, right?
Yeah, or Splint Mail.
Splint mail. Take that. So basically, any creature in physical contact with 2d6 fire damage when I cast the spell, and every subsequent turn he takes 2d8 fire damage on my bonus action. So he'll take 6 fire damage right away. And using my bonus action, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Brynn. And don't forget to use that. And on this dude's turn, he's going to take...
To me?
To you, yeah.
Oh yeah, getting the hearts on.
Getting the hearts. I give you the wink and the gun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So disadvantage on attacks, basically. Good idea.
Yeah, and he has disadvantage on attack and ability checks.
Brankin is going to... he's going to rush over to this guard over here. And his hands glow with sapphire blue energy as he gives a back rub. I don't know why I'm doing that. To this guard here. And he continues to be sheathed in this faint blue energy. You're up, Eikooc?
Okay.
Brankin is in melee range with you now.
What?
Well, yeah, because you're at the edge of this and he's, like, here. He's here or here, so either way he's in range of you, so...
Okay. I'm going to drop a fireball
Yeah.
right in the middle of town square. Hitting everyone except for the people that I like. So it hits them
die.
all.
Okay, roll your damage. Alright, Brankin dies.
Could have been my friend.
Could have been. But then he healed that dude. I was gonna let him
He
live.
tried to attack me when they kidnapped me in that room, and I was...
Yeah, I saw him participate.
No mercy.
Alright, this is
Right.
the guard that's close to you, Eikooc.
I was hoping I could have slit his throat, but
And the
looks
guard
like you took care
next
of
to
him.
Kelnozz. Okay.
Ooh.
So this one is obliterated by the fireball. He takes full damage. And this one manages to turn the shoulder and have most of the damage be absorbed by his back. And he turns back, gritting his teeth in pain. But he still seems to have strength in him. Anything else before Brightwing's turn?
Nope, that's it for me.
Unmute yourself, Scott.
Oh, my turn? Okay. I am going to, as a bonus action, whisper a level 2 word of healing onto Brynn.
Healing word.
Well, it's a good thing it's level 2 because it would have been only worth 1 health otherwise.
Yeah.
So it's worth 8 instead.
Struggle there.
We all roll a 1 here and there. Actually,
Brightwing.
wait a second. Oh, it's actually because I don't get the +3 twice.
You still have your bardic inspiration.
It doesn't apply to healing word though.
Fuck.
Brightwing speaks a word of druidic, and golden light shines around Brynn, restoring some health.
Okay, I'm gonna try my most powerful attack again. Here it goes. And I poison spray this guard. How do I use
That's your most
that?
powerful move?
I don't know, that's what I'm saying right now. Okay. I did this last time. I don't know why it's
1d12 damage, or
okay.
no?
Well, I'm level 5,
yeah, I was gonna
so
say it must be more.
it's 5th level is 2d12 damage. So I'll do a roll 2d12. There you go.
The poison coats him, and he starts coughing and hissing in pain.
Oof.
He looks like he's barely standing on to life. But it's his turn. He looks around with wide eyes and ragged breath, and he says, "I'll be damned if I let you get the best of me!" And attacks Kelnozz again.
With disadvantage.
Oh yeah, damn. All right.
Actually, he had disadvantage on abilities as well.
On what ability checks?
Oh no, never mind.
That's the first attack. Surely miss. Does a 16 hit you?
I have 16 AC.
Yeah. So you take 7 slashing damage.
Oh,
Second
you
attack.
finally got me.
All right. Now it is back up to Brynn's turn.
Yeah. I draw my regular longbow and let fly an arrow towards the one Kelnozz is attacking. Let fly! With a 12.
12 is a miss.
Second attack, let fly! Oh, he's dancing around and I'm not quite able to make
I'm
purchase.
just too busy trying not to hit Kelnozz.
True. That's very thoughtful of you.
So thoughtful and ineffective. That's
Alright.
it for my go.
All right. Unless Spims is gonna do anything.
Can Brims do another perception check? He's going to be listening if he can hear anyone walking around from near the top of the stairs. So either someone leaving the room from down below or coming from above.
Okay. Bims flies through the air and takes a sniff and breathes deeply. Uses his pseudo dragon ears, but can't see or detect anyone in the area. Next, it is your actual turn, Kelnozz.
Okay, I will begin by using a bonus action to burn. Still wearing the heated armor. Ooh.
Oh, it's supposed to take damage on its turn, wasn't it?
No, I misread it. It says until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action.
Oh, yes. Okay. So you're going to use that again?
Yep. So he takes the
This
12.
Chainmail glows red again, and he howls in pain and struggles to the ground.
How unhappy does he look?
He's dead.
Oh.
He's dying.
Do I get one more attack? Or he's actually dead?
He's actually dead.
Okay. I say, well, I take no pleasure in this.
You guys hear a clapping behind you. I can't believe you actually took out those fools. Well done. You've earned this, Abbey. You turn to see Odium standing there.
Explain yourself.
What needs to be explained?
Don't you care that your friends are all dead?
These were my friends. We prayed to the same God. But our commander and our priest perished in the fire. Ozymandias was a cheap imitation. I'm tired of her. You have no quarrel with me for slaying them.
Perhaps you can tell us a little bit about that sacred curtain I was falsely accused of touching.
The curtain is sacred to us. It's part of our
Would you
worship
just-
of Carmyle.
What's so special about that room?
That is our meditation room, where we pray. We speak to Carmyle.
I see. So is it safe to say you have no quarrel with us?
You have no quarrel with you as long as you have no quarrel with me.
And what about, what was his name? Bayleaf? Or his name?
The bard, yes, Bayleaf.
Yeah. And what of him? Will he return for us in the middle of the night?
Return. Didn't you murder him as well?
No, he escaped.
I can't speak for that man. He's not one of us. He's hired help.
I see.
And where will you go?
If you'll have me, I'd like to leave this island. Return to the mainland.
We could escort you. Where on the mainland are you going?
I'll take passage wherever you'll take me. As long as it's on the continent.
We can agree to that. And what of the treasures of this place?
What treasures?
Well, I assume there were some sort of riches being held, or something of value.
Yes, that the pirates were trying to acquire.
The pirates took everything they wanted. There's some debris up top. You're welcome to any of it that you want. I care not.
Do you know why the undead are here? Or how we can get rid of all the undead?
We brought the undead here.
What?
That's right. We brought skeletons in from the mainland.
For what purpose?
For defense, of course. I don't know how you got past the Skull Dunes, but most people can't. It just grows our army even more.
Is there any way to break the curse of the Skull Dunes so the undead will dissipate?
If there is, then I don't know how to do it. Perhaps.
Well, maybe.
If our head priest, was still living, he would have that knowledge.
Well, maybe in some of these rooms they have some old books that would explain it. We should check them before we leave and see.
There are some books. He nods towards the library that Eikooc had found. Some books in there contain some rituals used by our priests.
Eikooc, why don't you check those books out? I'll check this room and see what's in there. Maybe I can find some clues.
Okay. I go back to the library, but I really half-heartedly look. Like, I really don't look at all.
You see the books that you already saw. That's about it?
Yeah. Nothing in here.
Brightwing, as you enter this room, this room is full of kegs, bags, and boxes. There's a rough cot in one corner and a great deal of clutter everywhere. Except for the cot, this appears to be nothing more than a disorganized storage room.
Can I search through it to see if there's any like religious texts or perhaps Necronomicons lying about?
Go ahead and make a perception or an investigation roll.
Alrighty. Ooh.
So you search the jumbled mess. You find a couple of kegs of corned beef and pork, bags of beans, rice, and flour, 2 boxes of fresh vegetables from the Abbey's garden. You find gardening tools, a keg of nails, a box of carpentry tools, 3 lanterns, 10 flasks of oil, 2 coils of rope, 20 torches, 2 10-foot wooden poles. And underneath the cot, you find 4 potions of healing in fancy crystal decanters.
Ooh. There's some carpentry stuff in here maybe we could use with the ship. Also some supplies, food and such.
We should take what we can back to the ship. Good idea. I think perhaps leaving the skeletons in place for now might serve to keep this island defended till we decide what we want to do.
It was 4 healing potions?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the decanters are worth 20 gold pieces when they're empty.
Oh, wow.
All right. So what's everyone else doing?
Kelnozz, perhaps you could tell us what was in the Pleasure Palace room over here. One with these forbidden curtains that got us in so much trouble.
Perhaps we should speak of it another time. I'm bloodied and must rest my wound.
Oh, I was really just asking you what was in there.
Well, there are people. We'll talk about it another time.
Very well. Keep your
this follower of Carmyle is still here amongst us.
I must be very clear that I'm the victim in all this. None of this is my fault. Anyway, I hope that's very clear to everyone. Perhaps we could take some time and rest, because many spells were used. Blood was shed.
Have we searched all the bodies and stuff too?
Oh yeah, let's just
Just the
search
room.
the shit out of these bodies.
So the two guards had the two guys with splint mail, and they both have a heavy crossbow, long swords, and short swords. Ozymandias has chain shirt, and she also has a very fancy looking golden medallion. Who picks that up? Going with Brynn, since he is the one who searched the corpse.
I arrowed the person, so sure, I will examine said medallion.
Okay, you say golden disc inscribed with complex geometric designs.
Huh. Do I feel any different after touching it?
Nope.
Very well. Golden medallion.
How about the body of this guy, the guard?
Those are the guys with split mail and crossbows and swords. And the Brankin is just wearing a basic blue cloth. He's not wearing any armor. He has a basic wooden club as well.
Very well. Perhaps we can. Let's not go in this room, but in the barracks room, we can probably find a safe place to rest.
I just one last thing. I asked this guy, what's with all the statues we saw before?
He says, well, which statues do you mean? The small ones or the bigger ones?
Well, let's start with the small ones and go from there.
There was a priest here before the fire who sculpted these statues. The larger ones were used as scarecrows to keep the birds away from the gardens, but they soon became familiar, and they were moved in here. The smaller ones are his work. I find them relaxing. Reminds me of the mainland.
Okay then. Do you mind if I have a closer look?
I don't care what you do anymore, as long as you'll take me off this island.
We will.
That we will. I'm going to go into this statue room here, and I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Before you do, you notice that the floor by the statue of the Medusa shows evidence of wear. When you cast Detect Magic, So you did, right? Then you see a faint glow coming from the hollow base of the base of the Medusa statue.
I will investigate by trying to move the Medusa statue.
When you go down and look underneath the statue, you see there's a hidden compartment where the faint glow is coming out of. And inside you find a spell scroll of command and a spell scroll of hold person. You also see a gilded tomb and a large holy symbol.
Like a tome, like a book.
Mm.
Okay.
It's a gilded tome. The holy symbol is a iron medallion with a thin tin rim. There are dozens of small sapphires embedded into the shape of a fist clenched around a bolt of lightning. You're not 100% sure, but you think these sapphires, altogether are probably worth about 500, 600 gold.
Ooh.
That's
Wow.
600 gold. This is the symbol of Carmyle.
Okay. And is the tome, if I look at it, does it look like a spell book or holy writing of some sort?
Make a Arcana check. When you open up the book, you can tell that it's written in a language that you don't know. But you can tell that it has rituals inside of it. And you can tell by some of the diagrams and writing that it looks like a dark book. It looks like something that would fit right in with a evil Abbey.
Okay.
All right. So we will probably break soon. Does anyone else want to do anything else in this area before we take a rest for the night?
I might want to check this last room, why not?
Okay. Brightwing enters into this room. Empty weapon racks and several empty bins and shelves line the walls of this room. On the floor is a bedroll of 3 blankets next to a pair of shiny leather boots. Let's see. Oh, this isn't. Sorry. Never mind. Go ahead. Have you muted yourself, Scott?
I'll investigate the shiny boots.
Okay. Make a perception check as you look around the room and at the boots. Okay, as you walk over to the boots to take a look, you find there's a loose stone on the floor. The boots are shiny. They look extremely well made. And under the loose stone, you find a spell scroll of Silent Image, a spell scroll of Phantasmal Force, a leather pouch containing 75 gold pieces, and a pair of ruby earrings that you believe are worth 150 gold pieces.
150. What was the second scroll? Phantasmal Force?
Yeah.
Okay, I after investigating this room, come up and find Eikooc, and I say, "Hey Eikooc, there's a couple of scrolls here you might be interested in. Did you find any interesting books in the library?"
I didn't find anything interesting in the books in the library. However, there's a desk I could use Brynn's help getting into.
Aha!
Hey Brynn, why don't you come over here? Looks like Captain Eikooc needs your help.
Anything for Captain Eikooc.
Can I take those scrolls off you?
Yes, here's one of Silent Image, and here's one of Phantasmal Force.
Thank you very much.
All right, so Brynn, you're going to try and open up that desk.
Yep.
All right. It's locked.
Oh. Well, it was a good try.
I've never opened a locked door before.
Well, it goes back to the fact that I gained the lockpicking skill and then promptly lost all of my gear in the great fireball of Seaton.
Yeah, but we've used the lockpicks since then, so
Yeah.
you have them.
You've been in towns and been like geared up.
Okay.
So
Still good.
Remember, you squirreled them away in your butt.
Oh yeah.
Squirrels.
Sorry. So I picked the lock.
okay, make a dexterity check and add your proficiency bonus from the lockpicking skills.
And the proficiency bonus, it's
It's
a 3,
plus
okay.
3, yeah.
So dex plus 3 would be 15.
15.
Hey-o.
The desk clicks open, and inside are 2 vials of ink, of rare ink that faintly smell of tin. And you also find a spell scroll of light and a spell scroll of bless.
Ah. Look at all these treasures, yuck.
This is quite the find. I didn't actually hear what they were because I was writing down other things.
Scroll of light, a scroll of summon greater demon,
Holy moly.
and 2
Yeah,
further
that's not what it
scrolls of dragon taming.
Filthy liar.
Scroll of wish.
Scroll of
There's a squirrel.
guess names based on 1 syllable.
Hey, I did it pretty good.
Yeah, that was amazing.
It was pretty good. I'm still not sure you somehow didn't see it, but
I couldn't see the name of it. I just heard you say something and repeated it as best I could so as to catch you off guard, which it kind of worked for a moment.
it did. All right.
Sorry, no, seriously, what were the scrolls?
It was
The
light and
Scroll
bless.
of light,
Okay.
scroll of bless, 2 vials of ink of summon greater demon.
No, really, what was it? Jesus Christ.
Scroll of light,
scroll
scroll
of
of bless.
Yeah.
You got those?
Yeah, I got those.
There's 2 vials of ink that smelled like tin. I don't really know where that was going.
Yeah.
You probably do.
I don't really know.
Okay. And I think that was it.
I'll grab the scrolls.
Grab all
Thank
of
you for... You want me to grab the ink too?
Yeah, grab the ink too.
Alright.
Okay. Are you guys going to take a long rest now, or what's the plan?
I'm ready for a long rest, but unless you guys want to do something else.
Yeah, I'm good for a long rest.
Okay. And is anyone doing anything with those boots?
I thought Brightwing was looking at the boots.
Yeah, I have the boots. I'm taking the boots. They look pretty snazzy.
All right.
Boots of schnaz. Boots of greater schnaz.
I attune to these amazing boots of
Ooh.
schnaz.
Turns out they're cursed, and now
Shit.
your feet fall off.
Damn
You
it.
have to chop off all your feet.
And wear them around your neck and as a necklace.
All right. So I'll tell you now, just so you know, and then we'll pick up the rest next week. But you spend some time focusing on these boots during your long rest, Brightwing, and you come to realize they are boots of striding and springing.
You can read that.
AKA
Riding and
Snaz.
Springing.
So while you wear these boots, your walking speed becomes 30 feet, unless your walking speed is higher, and your speed isn't reduced if you're unencumbered, blah, blah, blah. In addition, you can jump 3 times the normal distance, though you can't jump farther than your remaining movement would allow.
That's some snazzy shit right there.
Springing, so 30-foot move. I think that's standard move, though, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
But times 3 jump. Distance or height?
It's a distance, so I'm taking that to mean height and like long jumps.
Okay.
But you still can't go higher than your movement, so
Okay. Cool.
yeah. All right, so we will call it a night right there.